Good Sense Products LLC, baby. So it's the end of the day, and remember at the beginning of the day, I told y'all I was going to go ahead and make some soap with the sun. All right, so this is the melted vegetable glycerin right here, and now I'm gonna add some fragrance and put these in the freezer. So I'm gonna do one with the African musk. I like the African musk because it's thick, it's not too overpowering. Okay, so this is one that just has the vegetable glycerin in it and nothing's been added. The other ones, they have a little bit of shea butter in it. Like I said, you want to keep your mixture down to 10% of the byproducts. So the vegetable glycerin should always be at 90%, no matter how many other products you might add. So this right here, just going to do a little right there. That's probably 3%. All right, then if you excuse me for a second, I'll get essential oil. Back. This is lavender essential oil. And so this right here, I'm gonna put a little bit of that in there as well, because the essential oils also have medicinal benefits such as healing or pain relief. And the lavender, as it says on the label, not only has that calming effect, but pain, right? Relieves tension and pain. I don't know if you can see that, but if you look up lavender on the line, that's what it'll say. So we'll make that one with the lavender, and we'll add some shea butter. So let's see what I can find. All right, so what I have here is a little bit of shea butter, and this shea butter also has a little bit of fragrance to it. So I'm gonna cheat and add this to the vegetable glycerin. All right, so got me a spoon. I rinsed it off. You can still see the water from the rinsing. That way you know we're nice and clean in here. This is too much shea butter. Okay, like I said, you want to keep it down to about 10% of what you have here. Okay, so this is what you have here, and this is probably going to balance out my whole 10%. And what I do here is I just stir this in, okay, because this is still hot now. I want to keep it 100% with y'all. The sun was not enough. I had to put this inside the car, but it was in an area where the sun was hitting. It was right in the rear view mirror, rear little area of the car. You know, the sun was hitting that area, and so that's what melted it. The heat in the car plus the sun. The sun made the car hot, and then the heat inside the car melted the glycerin. It's still sun soap. So make sure you come and see me, you know what I'm saying, tomorrow, and get yourself some sun soap. Now, many people say that it takes a couple days, like a week, for the soap to be completely ready. And that may be true, but these are going in the freezer and they will be hard tomorrow. Now, if you want to wait a week after you purchase it from me, or wait a week before you purchase it, then that's fine also. But my products seem to go pretty quickly, so I'm not sure how that's going to work. But I'll put mine in the freezer. And I haven't noticed a lot of difference. We got more shea butter. I'm gonna mix that in here first. And then I'm gonna do a different fragrance this time. I'm gonna go with a fragrance called Eat It Raw. And it's very, very fruity. And that person who gets that one will be very happy with that one. And we won't do any essential oil on this one. We're just gonna go with the Eat It Raw fragrance and the shea butter. Okay, so. See, and so this is what we have here. I'm gonna open it up, that'd be helpful. And you want to make sure that when you're making these products, you keep nothing but positivity around you. And if there is no positivity around you, then you shoo away all the negativity and you do this by yourself. Okay, because that energy that you are feeling, or that I'm feeling right now, goes into the soap. So luckily enough, I'm in a positive mood. And so when you get this soap from me, Michael from Goodsense Products LLC, it will be positive sun soap and not negative sun soap. Who wants that? I certainly don't. Now, there's a lot of other ways of melting vegetable glycerin. I'm here all day long at 2538A Highway 81 in Covington, Georgia. So since I'm here for about 8 hours, that's what you need to put into your job when you have a regular company that you're trying to run. You start a business and you want it to make money like a regular business, then you need to work it like a regular business. If you work for someone else, you would work 8 hours. So if you want your business to be successful, you should also put in 8 hours. This time I'm gonna put turmeric oil in this one. And we only have a little bit of that. We're gonna put it in here. And it's gonna be turmeric oil mixed with the shea butter and of course the vegetable glycerin, which is what makes it lather up, okay? And so like I said, you wanna keep the byproducts down to 10%. So it's a 90-10% split. And then I like to shake this up like this. Now, the one thing I want to warn you about, these are little plastic containers. When you shake it up like this, and then, it coats the side and everything, you're going to wind up wasting a little bit of the vegetable glycerin, because when you put it in the freezer, it kind of solidifies along the side and the top or wherever it's at. It doesn't have enough time to drip down. So, if you have the time, stir in all your products. That way you don't waste any of the vegetable glycerin. Okay, this one already has a little bit of shea butter in there. Now I'm going to leave it that way, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add another fragrance. This one will be for men, so I'm going to get the Polo Blue. Polo Blue. Now I'm at a little bit of an advantage here because it already has the shea butter in there. You see the yellow's already in there. It's probably from the way that I sliced it, because I sliced the vegetable glycerin with the same thing that I sliced the shea butter with, and I do that on purpose. That way it saves me a little bit of time. And since it's all clean, organic products, you don't have to worry about, anything other than the goodness of the shea butter transferring from the actual shea butter that I use to the vegetable glycerin. With that being said, now I get to use a little bit more of the Polo Blue to make sure we bring out the fragrance. So now, since I'm only adding that, I can add a little bit more and still stay within that 10%. All right, now, we're talking about things solidifying on the side. I'm gonna stir this one in, and that way, tomorrow morning, when I come in and I show you these soaps and how they look, you'll see what I'm talking about, okay? This one smells exactly like Polo Blue. Now, soap is always going to be sold based upon size. So if you can, you want to try to make your soaps all the same size. Mine's probably will not be all the same size because, I just do things spontaneously. So sometimes I might have $3 soaps, $5 soaps, $10 soaps, depending upon the size of it. This is the last one. I believe so. Yep, this is the last one. So we're just going to add another little bit of shea butter. Okay. This is probably about 3% of what the total consistency is going to be. And I'm doing it like that on purpose because I'm going to use a softer fragrance, but I want it to come out. I'm going to use a fragrance called Pink Sugar, which is one of my popular fragrances. A lot of women request that fragrance when they come to Goodsense Products LLC, located at 2538A Highway 81. Okay, got that all stirred in. And we did this with no electricity. Well, in other words, I did it with the hot sun and inside of a car, not over a burner or anything like that. So there's a lot of different ways that you can go and make soap. And being that it's summertime, this is the Pink Sugar. Being that it's summertime, you might need to do something with the kids. They're bored, it's too hot to be outside, especially that already if you live in Georgia. It's hot, and so you might need something that you do with the kids. So what you do is you go out to Michael's or Joann's Fabric, Hobby Lobby, get yourself some soap base. I like the vegetable glycerin because it starts out clear, and then with the ingredients that you add to it, it changes the color. You know, you can add something to change the consistency. I was going to add some sage to the soap, but this time I decided not to, because I want to read up a little bit more on the possible benefits or drawbacks from adding raw sage to the soap. So anyway, my name is Michael from Good Sense Products LLC. I hope you have found this video very inspirational. I gotta go ahead and put these in the freezer so they're ready for tomorrow. Then I gotta finish shutting down the shop because I miss my wife. I wanna go home and talk to her, see my kids, and make sure they're all good. And maybe you guys will get home, you know, and do the same thing and, you know, inspire your family to be positive, all right? Peace.